Can you hear the wind down transmission clack or clicking? It's only the last second or so when the transmission winds down. So you wouldn't really figure that someone would, say, throw one of these wonderful, lovely diamond editions out at the curb, right? Take a $1,000 vacuum and just throw it away? So, yep, unfortunately, here it is. Ooh. And that is how I found it. So let's take a closer look at this heap. What a beauty. This is the way I found it, actually months ago, to be honest with you. I have not plugged it in or turned it on or done anything at all to it other than purchase 2 parts. Yeah, up here. So, oh, isn't that nice? So, great tape job. How nice. Let's see, you know what? Let me take this off now. So I was gonna say, well, the cord doesn't seem to be too bad. Got a great bend going on there. Woohoo! Yeah, so, and we got copper wire showing here. So, right there, copper wire. Icky poo. So, now this is a place that was local to me. I don't know if RTS Systems in Worthington, Ohio is still around, but I have seen this sticker multiple times. So, you know, this doesn't look too bad. I wonder, is the plastic still on here? No, doesn't seem to be, but this isn't that scratched up. Great. Handle is a little bit dirty. That'll clean up fairly easily. That's not a problem. Let's see, what do we have here for the bag? Side zip bag. All right, you know, that's not too bad. I have seen so much worse. Oh, and by the way, for that other diamond edition, I think I did the full refurb sometime in 2019. Anyway, you can go ahead and search on my channel the playlist for Kirby Diamond Edition refurb, and you'll see, you know, what it looks like to do a complete teardown and refurb of this. Polish absolutely everything. So, let's see, anything else? Any holes in anything? I'm looking for holes. Looking for holes. I am not seeing any holes. See, I see a lot of dirt. Obviously, that's got to get cleaned. So at some point in time, somebody ran this with a bag that got torn, leaked, no bag, take your pick, whatever the reason is. And as you can see, we have a problem with the top. So I did some time ago now grab 2 other pieces because I am hoping that this diamond edition will work. I'm crossing my fingers that it'll work. So we need this, a new little clip, and you notice it's got a slice in there, and that will help you install the clip without breaking the stitching. I was going to have my wife actually go ahead and break the stitching, you know, pull the stitches out and then restitch it, but I saw this and it's like, I'll just get this. I hate to see a slice in plastic. And if we fiddle with this clip a bit, you see that little slit? So let's kind of bunch it up here a little bit on one end. And if I can grab it right, slide it over, stretch it out so it looks nice. There's the orientation. I will put the little topper on. Nice and gooey. Let's take a closer look. You know what? How about I take the brush roll off. And, oh, yeah. Yeah, that's about normal. So, how often do you clean your brush roll? Answer, never. And this is what you get. So, icky poo. But it does have a brush roll. And you know what? This might clean up just fine. And by that, I don't just mean the aluminum, I mean the brush roll. So that might actually work out well. Now, okay, this is pretty hilarious. Really? Really? Well, that's what happens. Let's see. Does the motor spin at all? Yes. Okay, initially it sounds about right. Oh, let me show you just, I'll get this closer up here so you can see how dirty it is. You'll see the serial number, I hope, right there, 70406 blah blah blah, and that's pretty easy to determine the date. I think this machine is a little older, 1 year older than my other one, and it's a little hard to hold this. So here's, yeah, this is the unsafe part. It's one thing to have the wires exposed, it's another thing to have the jacket completely sliced and the copper of the wire exposed. That's kind of crappy. Well, I mean, at some point in time this was probably something like that, but that's kind of cheesy. And obviously it's very dirty. And how do you know it's a diamond edition? Well, there's lots of reasons, but the switch. Flip the switch. High and low. Oh, let's see. What's the bottom look like? There we go. That's it. 7 amps, 120 volts. Cleveland, Ohio. All right. And how well do the wheels look? Well, this is beyond awkward, by the way. We still have some rubber on the wheels. They are not bald. So that's a good sign. Because if it's a bald wheel, that's an extreme amount of abuse and or very, very heavy use. Look how much dust is on there. So I think I've showed you everything that I can for the moment. The next thing to do with this is to attempt to turn it on and see what happens, if anything. Will it go kaboom? Will it be in probably typical Kirby style, mostly okay, but just need, oh, I don't know, front bearing, rear bearing, brush roll cleanup. The brush roll bearings would probably have to be cleaned out a little bit. Put a bag in it, put a belt on it. There wasn't a belt on it, was there? Oh, okay. There it is. Can you see any evidence for a belt here? Barely, but there it is. There she blows. But yeah, I got plenty of belts. Let's turn it on and see what happens. I do have the brush roll removed for obvious reasons. Let's see if I can straighten that out a little bit before I go and attempt to plug it in. This is real copper. Yeah, quality. Alrighty. I think that'll do it for now. So I am expecting some poofage, aren't you? Let's see what it does. Let's see. High speed. Contact. you the switch. What? Transmission, you say? Well, I guess we'll do a check. All right. All right, here we go. And now we have to clean this mess up. Yeah, definitely time for new belts. Wow. Oh boy. Well, let's see. These come off. Oh, okay, that's nice. It wasn't frozen on there. That's good. Bearing seems okay. I can probably repack it or replace it, but it seems okay, so I will repack it. How's this one? Oh, okay, this one's terrible, but it may be because of what's wrapped around it. Maybe. It doesn't want to move very well, though. All right, let's get to work here. Now I got a little matter of dealing with this bearing and that bearing. They're in pretty good shape, but you know what? If this brush roll is what I think it is, it's going to be about 20 years old. Yeah, I know. So let's pull the end cap off, see what we're doing. Yeah, you know, that's not too bad. It's kind of a pain to pull these little guys off and put new ones on. I mean, I've done it before, been a while. So how about I go and grease them anyway? So I'm not seeing, well, I'm certainly not seeing any excess grease or anything like that anywhere, and I'm not seeing little balls or wads of stuff. So let's add some. And I'm going to be scrubbing this brush roll to clean up some of the sticky goo that's on the sides. So I'm going to put this on first rather than later. Couple reasons. One, because that's my schedule. The other one is this wonderful blue mobile goo repels water like nobody's business. So if for some reason it gets a little wet, it's not going to do any damage to the bearings. Okay, so we'll get a bunch in here. Now keep in mind, this looks like I'm filling it up like crazy, but this is only one side, right? So there's a whole other side, and usually when you get enough grease in there, it will slather its way around to both sides eventually. Let me get this little end cap ready to go back on here. All right. Now I just I'm giving it a push with my fingernail. So this brush roll, while savable, certainly won't be as good as getting a brand new one. But a brand new one, this is a stiff oblique. I'm gonna guess might be 30 some odd dollars. I really haven't looked in a while. I haven't had to buy a new Kirby brush roll in some time. So, oh, that's wonderful. That is wonderful. All right, other side. So it's up to you. Most people, when they would encounter a brush roll this bad, would obviously just go and get another one. I mean, it's simpler. But I just hate to throw something out if I can get it running again. I mean, running well, not barely running. If it's barely running, I'll go buy a new one. Okay, how's this guy doing? Not bad. No chunks or anything like that. Not that I'm seeing. Okay, let's go ahead and put some lovely blue in there. This is what I use. For those of you that are newcomers, for the old standbys, been with me for years, you've seen that little tube for a long, long time. And I think that tube will probably last me 20 years. Doesn't cost that much. Maybe a little bit more. Trying to spread it out here. No, I guess I got it spread out well enough. Okay. There. That'll do it to it. One end cap. You know, this is very difficult to record. The camera is just like a few inches away from me. So, okay. Make sure that's seated. And I still need to, I'm not going to put the end caps on right now because we still have bathtub duty for many other pieces. So even though that's a lot better looking, it's still kind of sticky. But now I don't have to worry about those bearings giving up. And they weren't beyond repair or damaged. So stay tuned for the bathtub. So let me be clear. This is a very temporary solution. I'm on the lookout for a new Diamond Edition cord. Can I go and get a black one? Yes, I can, but I prefer to actually find the one that matches this color if it's at all possible. So I haven't had any luck so far, but very temporary solution. Don't do that. Exposed wiring. Less than thrilled with that. Okay, let's see. Now it's this weird wiggling game where kind of do a little of this, do a little of that, do a little of that, and then it's in. You should see this, by the way, in an upcoming mini meet. There. Yeah, and of course, you noticed something's kind of missing, like the rest of this, so it could, you know, kind of clamp back on here, stay there. So, yes, we've got issues. And how about a freshly blown out bag? Universal fit. So obviously we got some compromises here, but let's see if the old girl still works. Still there. Okay, well, sometimes it's hard for me to believe that someone's just going to take a machine like this and just, you know, throw it away. And, you know, even though we have some more work to do on it, I need to take this apart and polish it. So I just used a degreaser on it, and obviously the aluminum is still a mess and it's got an awful lot of scratches. This machine is fully functional again. Got to fiddle with the cord, see if I can, find a new one at some point in time. The 2-speed switch works. everything's fine. It's a lot less gooey than what it was. The wheels here in the back, they came pretty clean. There's a lot of tread left on them. They're not down to, you know, like the nubs. Transmission works. The brush roll is pretty good, although it could benefit from a new one. The light still works. So this is definitely a success. But stay tuned to part 2, in which I'll go ahead and take this apart. We'll take a look at the inside. We'll break down the motor. We'll look at the transmission, see how everything goes there. And hopefully I can make this a little more presentable than it is now. So thanks for watching, and stay tuned for more.